Y'all, the October challenge is off the chain. We finished week 1. We just started week 2 today, and it is a beast, but we are getting it in, and we are really enjoying Trap and Tone. At least I'm enjoying it, y'all. I feel like I'm getting into the best shape of my damn life with LASHAE. Y'all can sign up for the challenge. You won't be eligible to get any of the prizes, but you can actually get the workouts from going to ifyoucanmove.com and signing up. Okay, tell them that Bondy Blue sent you. Y'all can use my email, bondy.brittany@gmail.com, which is always down below in the description box, along with the link for the websites. And also, don't forget to try the TLCT, y'all. Nutriverse, I live by it, okay? Y'all think we be playing, all of the reality stars and everybody be trying to sell y'all the Nutriverse and the tea, and y'all think we bullshitting with y'all. Y'all can keep playing if y'all want to, but y'all see us. Okay, we're getting it together. I ain't all the way there yet, but I'm on my way. I'm better than I was 5 months ago. 6 months ago, child, I'm better than I was this whole time. Okay, so if y'all trying to get in shape, you're trying to start your workout journey, please check out LASHAE and ifyoucanmove.com. And also, if you want to purchase TLCT or any of their products, the Nutriverse, please buy it from me. Link down below. All right. Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl Bondy Blue, and I am back for another Real Housewives of Potomac filler episode review. Cause Lord knows I was bored as I don't know what for this episode. So Wendy is throwing a sip and see, which doubles as a Nigerian tradition for you to basically have a party, showcase your baby, and have them throw money at y'all. Okay, I understand it. It looks like it was a good time. I love the Nigerian dress of it all. The headpieces, the colors, the fabric. Okay, I'm a fan. I love the look, okay? So the issue is, y'all know her husband, his side of the family is estranged. His mom got intimidated by her mom. So now his side of the family is not involved in their lives at all. During this episode, he has a conversation with Wendy. Well, he talks about how one of their sons was like, "Daddy, I like your beard. Does your dad have a beard? Why have I never met your dad?" And it made him feel some type of way. So he extends an invitation to his mother and the other side of the family to come to the baby sip and see. And of course, you know, later on we find out that they don't come, you know, which is very disappointing and upsetting that people are so full of their own foolishness that they won't even be in their grandchildren's life. Like, that's really sad. I don't even, you know, understand people like that. Like, you should be ashamed of yourself. The fact that you find your ego and your self-importance more dire than a relationship with your heirs, with your grandchildren, with the part of you that lives on after you die. Like, ugh. Anyway, y'all, he has a few siblings that reached out and congratulated him on the baby girl, but outside of that, it's pretty much nothing from everybody else because they sided with his mom. Ashley and Michael go to therapy. Ashley says that she doesn't want to have any other people involved in their marriage the way they have prior, okay? There were always rules, and Michael has broken those rules. So now she's grown, she's in a different place. He says because of the baby, because of the baby. Everything is because of the baby, okay? He's not getting enough attention, it's because of the baby, okay? And Ashley is like, I mean, I feel like I've grown. I'm a different person, and yes, that might be because of the baby, but what type of grown-ass man throws a temper tantrum because his wife has to put their newborn baby first? Like, I just kind of feel like everybody should be about this newborn baby, but because of the patriarchy, y'all allow men to feel like they're not really a part of that process. Y'all allow that, as far as I'm concerned. I don't want to be with somebody, I don't want to have children with somebody who feels as if it's only my job to take care of the baby, to the point where they actually have the time and energy to feel left out. Like, what are you doing to help me then, since you feel so left out? Why don't you pick up the baby and change a diaper and feed a bottle and take outside or something? Why don't you be a father to this child because your old ass decided to lay down with Ashley and give her your worms? Shout out to Roxanne. So now that this baby is here, be a parent, be present, and don't come in therapy whining about your childhood traumas. Don't get me wrong. I understand that childhood traumas have something to do with the people that we become and how we relate to our relationships, our children, our spouses, our friends, everything. I get it. But ultimately, Michael is 60 something years old. Okay? When are you going to stop blaming your dad and his alcoholism for why you can't be faithful to your wife? Cut it out, Michael. I just felt like he decided to throw that out there to try to invoke some sympathy and get some of the fire off of him. Like, oh, let me bare my soul to you so you can feel like I'm actually making an effort. Okay? So you won't leave me and take, half of my money. Like, that's what I really feel like is going on here. Michael is trying to keep Ashley because he wants to keep his money. Ashley was happy that he finally voiced how he feels because he normally keeps those types of emotions to himself, which leaves her in the dark. I don't know that you feel isolated because you don't share that with me. And he feels like, well, I'm a grown man. I have to deal with my issues on my own. And it's like, if I have to bear the brunt of your decision making because of your issues, then you should at least feel like you can talk to me about your issues before they smack me upside the damn face. Okay? Because Ashley is the one that ends up being hurt and embarrassed by, your daddy issues. So if it's something that you can rectify on your own, then she shouldn't be hurt by it, correct? Oh, okay then. I guess y'all need to have a damn conversation. I just feel like Michael is full of shit. Like, I'm sorry, but I just feel like he's full of shit. Wendy also called to invite Ashley to her baby's birthday party, or, to her baby sip and see. And they're going to, all wear pink, ask all the ladies coming through to wear pink. I also felt like Wendy was being shady towards Monique by, saying that she didn't invite her, and also kind of in the same paragraph saying that she was inviting women who she felt her daughter could look up to, as if Monique is not one of those women. I just feel like everybody's acting like this is, so out of pocket for someone to handle their issues with violence. But I just kind of feel like, where y'all live at? Like, I love how people are like always like, be above it. But like in its essence, the country, the place we live in, all around us, like it's hella violent. Like on television and movies, everything is violent. Football, like all that stuff y'all like is violent. And then y'all turn around and tell actual people that they shouldn't be violent. Not to make excuses for Monique, because we've all like established you was wrong for dragging Candace, okay? You was wrong, period, all right? But the issue for me comes in where everybody then wants to grandstand and act as if they're so far removed from something like this, when everybody is just a hop, skip, and a jump from either dragging or being dragged they damn selves. Karen and Ray talk about her trip home and where they are in their marriage. They take a walk. And basically he expresses to her that he feels some type of way about how she hasn't really been there for him since she became, this reality show star. She, isn't really thinking about him and his needs. He doesn't feel like he's being taken care of the way he deserves to be taken care of, all of these things. And she just kind of feels like she wishes he would open up his mind, stop being so closed-minded, and, try to shift with her so that their marriage can work out, because she loves him and she wants to be with him. But I think that he is holding his love for her hostage until he can get the Karen that he wants, which is the Karen that's going to cook for him and be sitting at home waiting on him, I guess. Child, that's never going to happen again. So either you're going to let him leave and go to Florida and have your little boyfriend, okay? Or y'all going to figure it out and y'all going to work it out. But the way Ray acts as if he's too set in his ways, I don't see that happening. Really, this will end up being some type of arrangement where, you keep your shit on the low, I keep my shit on the low, and, we just move, kind of like Nene and Greg. Y'all, Candace is on the phone with her mom because she's on her way to file the charges against Monique. And y'all, I so understand that there are, consequences to your actions. I so get that. I really do. But I still feel like pressing charges was like, I'm not a fan. I'm sorry. I'm just not. Like, I get it. That's your prerogative. I'm not a fan of her feeling like, she just can't feel like she can just attack people. Like, why is it that you feel like you can just get all in people's face with no consequences, but we can't possibly not go to the police about this because there have to be consequences to her dragging your ass in? Like, I'm just saying. I'm not a fan, y'all. I don't like this. I don't like that they're taking it to this level. I understand that Candace is feeling some type of way still, and it'll probably take time for her to get over it, but that's what happens when you get into a fight with somebody. I just did not like throughout the entire episode, oh, she attacked her, she attacked her, she attacked her. No. Not if you also put your hands on me. Like, no, that's what we're not going to do, is act like somebody got attacked when you out here poking me and I'm flipping your hair and you poking me. Like, no, we got into a fight. It wasn't an attack. Like, I don't see it that way. I will say that every episode. I don't see it that way. I don't like that language. And I also feel like Candace is playing a victim. I feel like she is just running it into the ground. I'm going to cry. I'm going to go and file charges. She just can't do this to me. You know, I did nothing wrong. I did nothing to deserve this. Like, see, all of that. I did nothing. I did nothing. I did nothing. That shit worked on my nerves this episode with Candace. For real. After she goes and meets with her friend Cliff in his large hat, he's a positive vibe. She tells him that she gave her statement and they asked her if she wanted Monique to be charged, you know, and have jail time. And she was like, I want this handled to the fullest extent of the law. So if that means jail time, then so be it. And I'm just kind of like, wow, bitch, you petty as fuck. You want her to go to jail because she smacked you upside the head a few times? Like, I don't know, man. Maybe it's just me, but I feel like jail is severe. And I feel like, you know, I don't know. Maybe I just feel like this. Y'all say that Monique pays me. Maybe I feel like this because she paid me. I don't know. I'm just joking. I'm not getting paid by Monique, y'all. I, in general, don't like, and y'all have heard me say this in several different reviews, if you know me, that I am not a fan of calling the police or getting, you know, legalities involved all unnecessarily. Like, I'm just not a fan of that. And at the end of the day, I feel like y'all are staying away from each other. Y'all were in each other's faces. Y'all got into a fight. It's over. It happened. Y'all stay in y'all separate corners. Y'all should have been forced to sit down and talk about this shit because y'all are on a reality show together. But this idea that Candace is going to cry about how distraught she is and how Monique is just this villain that's bullying her, I'm not in a place to receive that. I'm just not. You were not bullied, Candace. Monique definitely did the most with you because she, you know, felt some type of way, and instead of having a conversation with you, she would just passive aggressively come at you about any and everything that she could find. Yes, but I wouldn't call that online bullying and all of this shit that you claiming that went down. You are just as, you know, hot with the mouth and with the keys as anybody else, Candace. Like, why do you feel like it deserves all of this? You know what I'm saying? Like, even Giselle and Robin are like, they don't think that she should go to jail. Child, the only time we'll probably agree. Her friend asked her, you know, is everyone on her side? And she says that everyone is on her side except for Karen, who is obviously trying to stay in the middle, and she just doesn't feel the full weight of Karen's support. And I'm like, you got your mama and everybody else on your side. You don't need Karen's full support. She said that Monique was wrong, and y'all continue to act as if she never said that, which annoys me because it's obvious you want her to pick a side and you're upset that she's not doing that. Y'all, Robin owed $90,000 in back taxes, so she's selling hats. Y'all go get one of Robin's little hats. Ashley visits her uncle Lump Lump, okay, who basically stepped up and became a father figure to her after her own daddy, you know, left. So she goes over to his house with the baby, and he is not happy with the way Michael is treating Ashley. In all honesty, wants Michael to come around so he can catch some shit from him about what's important and how you need to be worrying more about your family, your wife, and your kid than your penis, okay? Get your priorities together with your old ass. That's how Uncle Lump feels. Child, Ashley mama came in there with an eye patch on. I said, Lord, what is going on with Ashley's mama? Somebody check in. Like, I just feel like Ashley mama the type to show up to the house after her little homeless boyfriend punched her in the face, you know, and then act like ain't nothing happened. I mean, I'm sure the man is not abusive, but it's just something about it just was like, what didn't happen here? Ashley is talking about how Michael was in therapy, talking about his childhood and how, you know, he never really likes to express that, and that made her feel like he really wants to try. And Uncle Lump was like, at the end of the day, it's not about him. It's not about Michael and his daddy issues. It's about Dean and Michael being the daddy to Dean that he deserves. period. And I was like, child, Uncle Lump Lump did not come here to play with y'all, okay? He is not taking this shit from Michael. He is not a fan. And now that Ashley has had this baby for Michael, I feel like her mama really don't want them to be together. Girl, divorce him and get that check. You could tell that's her energy, but they want to see Michael face to face, okay? So y'all, it's Wendy's baby's party, and Robin gets to the party first, y'all. Robin had this busy ass pink suit on. She just looked real Romy and Michelle high school reunion, which was cool in the mid to late 90s. But right now, I don't know how I'm feeling about how she looks. I actually think that Giselle, with the exception of her wig, looked better. You know, her little off the shoulder, you know, kind of 60s, I don't know why it gives me Supreme's vibe, but whatever, you know, kind of off the shoulder little dress, and it was short, but that wig looked like, you know, it wasn't all the way on her head. It's like, you know, what's going on under there? You can't put your hair in a bun under a wig, Giselle, because that's what it looked like. But anyway, all of them get there, Karen, Giselle, and Robin. Robin got to the party first. Nobody was there. When Wendy finally did show up with her family, it's like, girl, why would you come here at 6 o'clock? We Nigerian, you know, the party don't start till 8. I'm like, then you need to put 8 on the damn invitation. But I understand you got to tell people that it's 2 hours early so that they can come there, you know, kind of on time. You know what I'm saying? But let Robin know, because Robin been trying to come early to everything. And she was upset because she was sitting there lonely by her damn self, showing up on time. Okay? So when they all sit down at the table, Karen, Giselle, Robin, they talk about how everybody's phones has been blowing up. Wendy's phone blew up on her way to the party with the charges being pressed against Monique. It's come out. It's all over everywhere. And, you know, everybody's wondering what's going on. So when Candace, Chris, and Dorothy get to the party and Ashley gets there, they're all sitting at a table eating, and the conversation obviously floats to what's going on with the charges. We don't really want her to go to jail, do we? And not only is Candace like, we don't, but so is Dorothy. I mean, she assaulted her, didn't she? And it's just like, you assaulted her, Dorothy. So for somebody who handled their anger with physical violence, I think it's very bothersome that you feel like Monique deserves 5 to 12 in jail for slapping your daughter upside the damn head a few times, okay? Like, especially when you thought it was okay to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't understand how people feel like they're better than somebody else when they handle their anger issues with violence sometimes as well. You know what I mean? But whatever, okay? She doesn't really care. Ashley jumps in defense of Monique and says that from what I understand, y'all was both in each other's face before she, you know, attacked you. And Candace was like, well, you know, you weren't really there, you know, and Robin and them were like, but you weren't there. It's like, but it's the truth. They were in each other's faces. She's sitting up there talking about she wasn't in Monique's face. Yeah, you were. What are you talking about? Drag Me Monique, you were in her face when the Drag Me Monique came out, okay? Because if you weren't in her face, she wouldn't have been able to do this to your hair. Like, she was only able to do this to your hair because you were this close to her face. She didn't even have to extend her arm to flip your hair, okay? So you were definitely in her face. Either way, I appreciated Ashley saying at the table that Candace wasn't 100% innocent in the situation, because Candace puts on and makes everybody feel sorry for her. You know, oh, she did this to me, she attacked me. And her and Ashley are going back and forth because she's like, you know, is Monique paying you? I guess that's where that came from. Monique has money. So people who support Monique, we must be getting paid, because we can't possibly just like the bitch. Like, we can't possibly just like her and see her point of view. Like, I guess, child, y'all are crazy. But Ashley, who is already married to a millionaire, doesn't understand why she would have to get paid to, you know, back anybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm already married to a millionaire, bitch. I don't need to get paid to lie or say something I don't really mean. I don't need to do that, okay? Candace says, well, you won't be married for long. And Chris has to tell her to shut up and stop because she's making it worse. They're having a conversation about this fight and you taking it real personal, telling her that she gonna be getting a divorce soon. Like, you take it deep real quick, don't you, Candace? She took it there real quick, y'all. And the way Chris was like, let it go, stop, shut up. Like, you know, letting her know she was doing the most. Candace tells Ashley that she shouldn't trust Monique, okay, because you don't really know her like you think you know her. And I was just like, okay, Candace, sure, like, whatever. everybody, you know, goes and tries to identify the food that they don't know what it is. I'm like, just take a little bit of everything and sit y'all ass down and eat this food. It look good enough, okay? Look, rice, pasta. Just eat it and see if you like it. Get a little bit. That's how you do. You go to weddings, you go to parties like this, you get a plate, you get 2 plates, and you get a little bit of everything, okay? You get a little bit of everything, and then you taste each thing and see what you like, and then you go back and get whatever you really like, okay? That's how this works. Calm down, all right? Once everybody, you know, gets over the whole Monique situation, we get into the actual party and the festivities and showing the baby off and throwing the money, and it's a good time, and everybody is enjoying themselves, and Wendy gets on the microphone to call out her mom and her sister and how they're such amazing women, and you know, they are the type of women that she wants her daughter to be like. It's really great, but it's bittersweet because you can obviously tell that Wendy's husband is hurt that his family didn't show up to support him or to see his children, and it really upset me for him. I don't know who his mom is, but she ain't shit. I don't know who his daddy is, but he ain't shit. I'm sorry, but y'all grandchildren have absolutely nothing to do with whatever the issue is between y'all and Wendy's mom, okay? So the fact that y'all would rather just step away completely than to be involved in y'all grandchildren's lives in any capacity is just the trashiest shit I have ever heard. Like, not that I've ever heard, but you know, I'm over exaggerating. It's trash as shit, all right? And y'all are sad and y'all are trash. I'm sorry. I don't even know them people, but there's nothing you can like tell me to convince me otherwise. That is trash. When a grandchild has to feel the pain of knowing that there are grandparents that I haven't seen yet and I don't understand why. That shit is painful. I felt hurt for him. You know what I'm saying? That shit made me mad, y'all, all over again. But Wendy tells him to focus on all the love they got at the party that night. And that's what they decide to do. You know what I'm saying? Focus on the good things. So yeah, y'all, that's it. That's all. This was a filler episode. Wasn't really much going on. Before I leave, y'all, we can talk about Michael Darby. This video was released from the first season of him in the background of some, you know, Karen and Ray scene where he's literally chasing a cameraman, you know, and grabbing his ass like a creep. Creep, 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 creep. Okay, that's exactly what he is. I mean, he was Mr. Burns, you know, like, like trying to get at this man's ass. And the man was like, leave me alone, Michael. Like, you could just tell. And man was like this. Yeah, y'all, Michael definitely has been grabbing ass. I told y'all he did that shit. I told y'all if they said he did it, he did that shit, okay? Because he's a creep. He's obviously bisexual or whatever you want to call it and feels as if he can do whatever he wants to do as long as Ashley doesn't find out. But sometimes Ashley finds out, okay? And he, you know, gives her a sob story and pretends that it'll all get better. And, you know, and it does. She forgives him and they move on. And now she's pregnant with baby number 2. And this old video comes out. And, you know, now this has been brought back up and everybody wanted to talk about it. And I'm just kind of like, what's to talk about, really? We not surprised. We know that Michael is an ass grabber. We know. But, you know, thanks for the visual. Thanks for the visual evidence that we knew. Okay, we knew what it was. But it's crazy to me how we talked about this at reunions and everything, and this video footage was never brought up before. I don't understand how we missed it and how it was never brought up until now. This show has been on for 5 seasons, and Michael grabbing ass is not even a part of the storyline this season. And somehow this is when it all comes out. Child, make it make sense. But anyway, y'all, that was Real Housewives of Potomac. I hope y'all enjoyed. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you have not already. I love y'all, and I'll see y'all in the next one.